Hi, welcome to the Prumihimo channel and hello from me, Prue McRae. Now, inspiration comes from all different places, and I always find that one of my main sources of inspiration is the actual materials themselves. A particular cord or a strand of beads that I might see in a shop or pick up in my own stash will often make me think of new designs, and that's what happened in this case. In my stash, I found this little strand of beads. These are 4mm round glass beads with a sort of AB coating. And they're very cheap and very simple, but actually very, very pretty. But they're quite difficult to see. You're probably having difficulty seeing them now. So what I wanted to do is to try to bring out the colours of them. So what I decided to do was use the colours, the wonderful colours that you can get in Eslon cord, and make a bracelet where you could see the colour of the cord shining through the beads. And so that's why I called it a bubble bracelet, because that's pretty much what it looks like. Really pretty bubbles, pretty coloured bubbles with the braid showing through. So I'm now going to show you how to make that. So here's a closer look at the bracelets, and you can see that you've got the colour of the cord showing through the beads and in between the beads as well. Now, as I said, I have used 4mm round beads, but you could use a size 6 bead here as well, a size 6 seed bead, because they are pretty much the same size. And this tutorial really is all about getting the spacing right for this size of bead, so you get that effect of braid peeping through. So let me show you how it's done. So this braid is made on the round disc, and that can be either the large one or the small one. What you'll need is 8 lengths of 60 centimeters of coloured Eslon, and this is the 0.5mm size, which is also called Tex 210. And you will also need your beads, either your round beads or your seed beads. And you will need 25 beads on just 4 of the cords. So I've put those on the 2 cords at the bottom and the 2 cords at the top. Now, you may need more beads than this, or you may need fewer beads than this. So as you get towards the end of your braid, you may need to adjust the quantities, but that's what I used. So, quite simply, start to braid. Do a little 2cm piece to begin with, so that you have some flexibility with putting your ends on. And then, the way this is going to work is you're going to only braid in a bead from the top right cord. Now, the next cord to be moved on this disc is actually this one. So I'll show you what I mean. No bead. I'm just going to do my braiding and then carry on round. Here's a bead on the top right cord. So I braid that in. But I'm not, although there are beads on the top and bottom left cord even, I'm not going to braid those in. So I just carry on round. No bead. Carry on. And here, yes, there's a bead on the top right cord, so I braid it in. Now, if you braid in the other way, in that you move the bottom cord first, that actually comes to the same thing. But carry out the same braiding of the beads as I'm suggesting, so only on that top right cord. And what that will do will give you the spacing you need between the beads, so you see the braid and you space out the beads. So here we go, we've got a bead top right, so I'm going to braid it in. But not from this cord. And the only other thing to watch out for is that you do always need to make sure that it is that top right cord. So this is the time when, if you do need to stop, it is a good idea to do the trick of stopping when you've got 3 cords at the bottom. So when you pick up your disc next time, you know those are the bottom cords and you carry on from there. And I'll do one last bead for you. And then we have a quick peep underneath to see what's happening. And the beads are forming and you're still seeing a little bit of braid in between. So then once you've reached the correct length for your bracelet, you just need to put your ends on, and I have videos covering that, both the glued method and the wired method. So please take a look at those if you're unsure as to how to attach your ends and complete your bracelet. Well, that was pretty straightforward, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed that. And if you enjoyed it enough to feel that you'd like to make a necklace, then I would use something like 2 or 2.5 times the quantities that I've given you for the bracelet to make the necklace. And of course with necklace sizing, once you've made your braid, you can adjust the sizing by putting a little bit of chain at the back or adding a few beads or a larger clasp. So the sizing of a necklace is always easier to get right really than the sizing of a bracelet. But I generally start with 2 or 2.5 times the quantities of a bracelet, and that gives you what you need. So I hope that was fun, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's whetted your appetite for more from me, because I have got a lot more. I've already got a lot of things filmed, so please do visit the Prumihimo channel, where you will find many designs using the round disc, the square plate, and my own Prumihimo disc. And I've got lots more to come, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and then you will be notified when I have new things ready for you. So until then, bye!